Hi everyone! Do you remember before the lockdown I was talking about making some cooking videos? Well, today we're going to have a wee go at it in the kitchen and we're going to make the fair tray flapjacks that we made for Fair Tray Fortnight, okay? So here's the ingredients for the flapjacks. You're going to need 250 grams of porridge oats, 125 grams of butter. I'm just using unsalted butter because it was what was in the fridge. You will need 125 grams of brown sugar, but white sugar or caster sugar will work fine as well, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of the golden syrup. Now you're also going to need a mixing bowl for mixing everything up in. You'll need a tablespoon for measuring out the syrup, a knife for cutting the butter up, a wooden spoon for doing all the mixing. I've got my kitchen scales here, a dish for cooking flapjacks in, plus a little plastic tub for putting the butter in the microwave to melt it. Right, so you've got to think about your health and hygiene when you're in the kitchen, so don't forget to wash your hands and you can stick your hairnet on. Right, you need to preheat your oven, so it's 180 degrees Celsius for a fan assisted oven, 200 degrees otherwise, okay? I've measured out all the ingredients, the dry ingredients here. So this is my 250 grams of porridge oats, so I'll put them in the big mixing bowl. And then I've got my 125 grams of brown sugar, I pop it in as well. And you can actually give it a little mix up just now. Now brown sugar's really sticky, it's got a bit of a sort of caramel taste to it. It's stickier than white sugar, but once the melted butter's in, it'll all mix in really nicely together. Okay. Now, with the butter, because this is a 250 gram block of butter, I'm just going to cut it in half down the middle. Okay, and then that means that this bit here is 125 grams. I'll pop it in this little plastic tub for going in the microwave because we need the butter to be melted. Right, so that's the butter back out the microwave now. What I did was I put it in for 30 seconds and then had a wee check and then put it in for another 30 seconds, but it wasn't quite melted. Now be careful if you're using a microwave because I burnt myself last week in the microwave and I've got a massive big blister on this finger. And I'll get one on that finger. Right, so now I'm going to start putting the butter into the dry mixture. We swirl it around a wee bit. Okay, and give it a little stir. Now don't worry if you still get some big lumps of sugar in here, because when it goes into the oven everything melts still in together. Okay, and I'm going to put some more butter in. Use up the rest of it. Right, so now we're ready for the golden syrup. So I'm going to put 3 spoonfuls in, and this will help it all mix together as well as the butter. Number 2. Give it a little swirl over everything. It's beginning to look like a big breakfast bar in here now. Okay, and I'll use this spoon here to scrape the syrup off. Right. And then now I'm going to give it another big mix in. Make sure the syrup is all the way through the mixture. And you can see now it looks a whole lot different. Can't see any more big lumps of sugar anymore. So the mixture's now ready to go in the dish for the oven. But if I put it in just now, it'll stick to it and it'll get all burnt and turn black. So what I do with the rest of the butter is I'm going to give it a little scrape along the sides, and then this will make the dish greasy so that the flapjacks won't stick to the dish. Okay. Now you could use greaseproof paper if you've got any, but I just like to use the butter so it stops any bits of paper getting stuck to your flapjacks. Okay, and then here we go. I'm going to put all the mixture in, and what I need to do now is flatten it out into the dish. Make sure it gets into all the corners. Okay, so that's the mixture now all flattened into the dish. I've just pressed it down with the back of the wooden spoon And like I said, don't worry if you get any big lumps of sugar still left in, because when the mixture all melts in the oven, it'll all mix in together quite nicely. So this is going to go in the oven now for 15 minutes, and you need to check it and make sure it doesn't get burnt or go too crispy around the edges, okay? Right, so this is the flapjacks out of the oven. You can see here it's all nice and solid, but it's still very, very hot. It's been cooling for about 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it into little squares. So I'm just going to cut it with the knife down the middle, and then I can decide if I'm going to split it into 12 flapjacks or 16 or however many I want. It's really important you go around the edges just now before it sets to make sure that you can get all the flapjacks out when it's cooled down. So there we go, that's the finished flapjacks, cooled down and all cut up. I've cut mine into 4x4, so I've got 16. Okay, and it should be crispy around the edges and a wee bit soft and chewy in the middle. Okay, I really hope you enjoy having a go if you're going to try and make them.